Like, first off, what points are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? Like them in their primes? I would assume so.
Yeah, are we talking? Are we talking about?
I feel like hasn't even hit his prime yet.
Yeah.
Like,
are we talking about Jedi Master Luke or Chud Maxing Luke? Or he's just on the moisture farm being a bum.
Talk about frame mogging Luke or
Yeah.
Chud mogging.
Citizens of the Republic, welcome to episode 7 of Diner Talk, a Star Wars podcast, the greatest Star Wars podcast on YouTube. You are watching this on the Star Wars CS YouTube channel, the peak of Star Wars content. My name's Logan. I'm joined by my co-host Mark. In today's episode, we are going to be reviewing your hot takes on Star Wars. In the last episode, at the very end, I asked everyone to just leave as many hot takes in the comments as possible. And I posted that across every platform that we post on. And we got some hot takes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how many I actually have here, but I didn't take all of them because there was a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
Which was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were some that were just so asinine, I was not even going to entertain it. Like
yeah.
You get what I mean though. Like there's some that are just like, what? I'm not. Like, is it even a discussion? Like, why do we don't even need to talk about this?
Or like, do you really think this, or are you just?
Yeah. Or are you just trying to be different?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm all for people having different opinions.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But if you got just some wild shit, like, what are we even doing? So that's what we'll be doing in this episode, along with, once we're done with the hot takes, I just finished reading the Bad Batch novel, Sanctuary, and I just wanted to basically go over the story of it with Mark because I know Mark's not going to read it.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoyed it. So I wanted to tell Mark about it. So I'm going to just be talking about that for however long it takes. And then possibly at the end, we might do some this or that. It kind of depends on where we are at time-wise. So we will see. But let's just go ahead and get into the hot takes. Okay. So the first hot take here is on Instagram. This person says, I'm going to read this verbatim, but okay. I know what they mean. The failure of the prequel trilogy, they mean sequels,
okay,
rests entirely on J.J. Abrams. People are putting the blame on the wrong people. But Abrams completely misunderstood the assignment and the IP, and everything else was a direct result of his failure. Remember, Rian Johnson didn't write Exile. Good Lord. Some people can't use English. Rian Johnson didn't exile Luke. He didn't write that he was exiled on that island. JJ did. Rian Johnson had to work from there. Well, from what we know, because we did an entire episode talking about the sequels and you know what they could have been if George Lucas still had creative control over it, if they went with his scripts and everything. He originally had Luke in exile. Yeah. So I don't think J.J. Abrams is really at complete fault there. At least in terms of, that's the only like plot point that this person outlines. So
yeah. Well, I just think it was a mix of just the main thing it felt like is it just had like really no direction on what they were doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because they were, so that I think that was probably the main problem with the sequels. Because I felt like they were all over the place. Like they didn't feel interconnected like 1 through 3 did, like 4 through 6 did. Now I don't know whose fault that is.
I think the blame is just they're putting it on J.J. Abrams because he made the first movie of the trilogy. So he technically started the story, and that they had to go from there.
Yeah.
But it would have been completely different if whoever they started with just already had the story the whole time.
Yeah.
So that also changes it.
That's also true. Yeah.
So, I mean, this hot take says the failure rests entirely on J.J. Abrams.
I wouldn't necessarily
say
agree with
that.
that. Yeah.
But
I think there's a lot of people that need to take blame for it.
Yeah. And I mean, I was going to say, do we consider it a failure?
Well, like money-wise, no.
Exactly. Like
Definitely not. But like but the thing is, Star Wars like critically is never.
Yeah, outside of the original
of
the original trilogy, it's not critically acclaimed.
Yeah, like critically, it hasn't been super well received anyway. So, but like box office wise, yeah, it was definitely a success.
And I can tell you that's their entire goal.
Oh, Disney, yeah,
to just make money on it. So
that's why they bought it.
I don't even know if you can really call it a failure at that point. Okay, on to the next one. These are all going to be from Instagram to start off, and then move into the different platforms. So this person says, Revenge of the Sith is overrated. Still a good movie, just not as good as everyone says it is. Revenge of the Sith is like my second favorite Star Wars movie, and I'd say it's overrated.
It probably is, because definitely like when you really look at all the movies, like obviously like Episode 5's a better movie, like overall, because especially like when it came out, like the whole reveal that Vader, oh yeah, like I'm your father, like that's just an insane.
Is that how he said it in the movie?
Yeah, that's exactly how he said it.
So Luke,
listen, man,
I'm your father. Dude.
Like I'm sorry, but I'm your father, man. But like when he when that happened, and honestly like going into Episode 6 too, like the original trilogy movies are just like they're all really good in my opinion. Like obviously I think Revenge of the Sith is the best, but I do agree that it's probably overrated. But I just kind of that I grew up with that was my first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters.
Yeah, and would I consider this a hot take? I actually would, because it seems like a lot of people that watch our videos do not understand the difference. Like, they don't understand what overrated or underrated actually means.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people would say that this is a hot take. But I'd agree with it.
I don't necessarily disagree with it. I don't fully agree with it either, but I could definitely see like why people think it's over.
Yeah, you understand what overrated means.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. I don't disagree with it at all.
Like some people get ridiculous with it.
Oh yeah.
But on the other hand, some people get ridiculous with the original trilogy.
Oh, that's
where they're
true,
just like, oh, obviously the 3 best Star Wars movies are the 3 original trilogy movies. It's like, okay, let's calm down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, on to our next one. This one, I don't even know why I screenshotted this one.
Oh gosh.
Cal Kestis could beat Luke. I don't really know, like... Also, something I learned about these hot takes that people are giving, they don't expand upon it at all. It just...
I mean, that just doesn't... I don't know. Like, I just feel like... Like, first off, what points are we talking about here? Like, what... Are we talking about, like, them in their primes? I would assume so.
Yeah, are we talking about...
I feel like hasn't even hit his prime yet.
Yeah.
Like,
are we talking about Jedi Master Luke or Chud Maxing Luke? Where he's just on the moisture farm being a bum.
Talking about frame mogging Luke or
yeah,
Chud Maxing Luke. So that's so stupid. That one just I mean, you'd have to. I guess you would just have to take like the Jedi Knight versions of them, because Cal, in Jedi Survivor, he's at his strongest, and he's a Jedi Knight in that game.
Yeah.
Because like comparing him to like, Luke like
Legends
after
Luke?
the Empire. Oh, well, Legends Luke, obviously Legend Luke wives. But like even Luke, like after the Empire and everything, like obviously Luke's gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Skywalker for crying out loud. Like, but I still would disagree. I love Cal too, but
Yeah, no, I think
still-
this is just like a Cal Kestis fan, just like wanting him to be more powerful
Listen,
than he really is.
I don't hate it. I love Cal.
Yeah.
But I had Luke. I think Luke wins.
All right, on to the next one here. This person says, Darth Maul was a larger threat to the Empire than the Rebellion at its prime. To be honest, we don't know this.
I don't. Yeah, that one's weird. I don't because we don't really. I mean, from what we see,
We're going to see this.
We're going to, but what you see so far, like no, like I don't know if.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I'm not. You know, we'll just have to wait for the show to see what he does. In the
I'm
show.
wondering if this is talking about like the sequels that weren't made, where it's supposed to be Darth Maul as the villain.
Mm.
I wonder if this is what it's referencing. At this point, I don't like.
If we're talking about,
we're just talking about shit that doesn't exist.
Like if we're talking, well, yeah. If we're talking about like what's actually in universe, like
No.
but I mean, you know.
But in this guy's own headcanon, I guess yeah, Darth Maul is a larger threat.
Apparently.
I don't know. That's kind of just an insane comment. Okay, next hot take here. Star Wars is a better TTRPG setting than nearly anything else. And Star Wars is at its best when it's just set in the universe, not following a person or family. I don't know what the fuck that means. What do we mean Star Wars is at its best when it's just set in the universe, not following a person or family? Obviously, like, what do we mean just set in the universe? Any story is following a person.
Well, I'm trying to think, like, every story is following somebody.
It's like...
Because even, like, well, even stuff that has, like, so, like, Andor, like, you're following Cassian, but, like, you also have world-building stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
But, like, you're still following Cassian and what he's doing. Like, it's his story. It's like he's in these events, right, that happen.
I think
he's there.
I think it's because they're saying a TTRPG, so, like, in a role-playing scenario, so it's not, like... So we're saying the Star Wars universe is just better as, like, is its own thing versus stories set in Star Wars. So, like, a Star Wars game, like, that has, like...
So you're just... Okay, so it's like, so we're talking about, like, Empire of War. Stuff like that?
Yeah.
Kind of. Because that's, like, in-universe, but it's not, like, you're not, like, following...
you're not following something.
Yeah.
You're not following a story.
Yeah, so something like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that.
Well, I definitely wouldn't say that then.
But at the same time, I think he's cooking with that, like, Star Wars is a really good medium for, like...
Yeah. You could be on
for,
something.
like, a video game or something, or...
You could be on something. I kind of see the vision, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
the
we're just,
stories
like...
that are told within Star Wars are, like, some of my favorites.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't say that.
Hopefully we're interpreting this the correct way.
Hopefully.
That's how I am taking it.
Yeah.
Because I think the wording of Star Wars is at its best when it's just set in the universe, not following a person or family. I think that's insane wording.
Yeah.
Okay, on to the next one here. Even though this is...
Oh, God.
I'm just laughing because I have to say, people are so bad at giving Star Wars hot takes because 90% of them are people saying, oh, the sequels weren't actually that bad.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like, that's so many of them. And it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hot take because maybe it's the majority consensus that the sequels aren't great.
Mm.
But at the same time, so many people say it that I don't know. I think it's 50-50 at this point. So,
Yeah.
okay, on to what this person actually said.
Okay.
Even though the sequels are bad, even though the sequels are bad, Disney era Star Wars is not ruined. We've had good projects before and after the sequels during the Disney era. I mean, I agree with it. Obviously.
It's not necessarily wrong. Like, because we have had good stuff. We've had Andor. We've had Bad Batch. Obviously, we had Clone Wars season
I think
7.
we've had significantly more good than not.
We've got... Well, there was something else I'm missing.
Well, you have Rebels.
Mando, Rebels.
You have Rebels, Clone Wars season 7, Mando, Andor, Bad Batch, Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew.
And then while the sequels were coming out, you have Rogue One and Solo.
True. People don't really like Solo.
No,
I kind of like. I think it's fun.
Yeah, so do I. Fun. But I think that's one that like. I think most people are more indifferent on it. They're not like, I hate it or I love it.
That's true. No, I agree that I think there's more than good. Like the bad's like like I don't like Acolyte. I don't think that's very good. Kenobi was kind of eh. I mean, I like Kenobi because I like Ewan McGregor and I like Hayden Christensen, but like it definitely should have been a movie.
I like Book of Boba Fett.
That one I'm indifferent on too because some of the directions that they took. I don't like. I like him being with the Tuskens and him.
Yeah, I think that is
not just going back to like, oh, I'm just being a bounty hunter again. Like I do like his character arc in it, but like the people on I forget what they were
on the
called.
mopeds.
Yeah, on like the mopeds. Like I wasn't huge on that group. But I don't think it's like all that bad.
Hold on, I need to say this because I saw something about it on Twitter the other day. You remember the absolute outrage that was going on with the guy that did like the spin before he shot?
I know.
Dude, that is like the most Star Wars thing ever. He's just aura farming. He was aura farming before it was a thing.
Yes.
That's all that is.
Yeah, and I remember when people were so mad about that. I thought it was funny because I'm like, why is he spinning for no reason?
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, because I'm like, why is he spinning for no reason?
Like, I don't know. There's so many things in Star Wars. And I mean, I don't want to say this like I don't like randomly criticize little things, but like there's so many things in Star Wars that don't make sense.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So like to get upset at that when it was, dude, they slow-mo'd it. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be stupid.
The fact they slow-mo'd it too is funny.
Like, so that's one of those things in that show that I think is completely fine.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
Some people when they're talking about how much they hate the show, that's like one of the first things they say.
Oh, the spin.
It's like it's such a minuscule thing. It's like why even mention that?
Yeah. It's like, okay, you hate the spin, but like there's a lot of other good stuff in it, to be honest.
I also don't fully agree with the start of it saying even though the sequels are bad, there's good in there. We don't have to just straight up say
they're not like bad. The worst thing ever, but I mean there's a lot. I mean there's always within Star Wars there's always something good like within everything that's made. I feel like
even though I've said how like uninterested I kind of am in the sequel story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more interested in the sequel story than I am the Acolyte story.
I don't think that's ridiculous to say that.
I don't know. I think the Acolyte is just like... We've talked about it before. It's just like a story that it feels like was forced out. Feels like it was forced out because like they wanted to bring like a Sith or Sith-like character in during like the height of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And at least at the time period they chose, you can't really do that.
True.
Or it's at least hard to do. And it showed that it was hard to do.
Did not do it. Yep.
And there's just so many little holes that you have to try to fill, and you're not going to fill them all.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just started talking about that. Don't worry, we're gonna get to
Yeah.
we're gonna get to it.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Okay. Next one. This person just commented no.
Dude, I saw that one. That was the funniest one.
So, great hot take there.
Like,
thank you, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Okay, next one up. Yoda is one of the most overrated Jedi ever.
I already disagree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
Oh, that's it?
that is it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I disagree. I completely disagree. I think he's one of the best.
Yeah. I guess this gets into the overrated discussion and how we interpret that. But
yeah.
I would say he's not overrated because
Definitely not.
I think a lot of people tend to put like Obi-Wan or even Kanan as like pure Jedi. Like
That's true.
they say Kanan, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And then you get into the Anakin Mace Windu debate there. So I think Yoda is pretty properly rated, so I would definitely not say he's overrated.
Man, I wouldn't either.
Okay, on the next one here. Qui-Gon Jinn is a top 5 Star Wars character and the best Jedi of all time. I like how I didn't even realize that this one was next, and I just mentioned that
We
people
kind
say Qui-Gon.
of. Well, I don't think he's the best Jedi of all time.
No. And I wouldn't say he's a top 5 Star Wars character.
I wouldn't
If
either.
he was in more...
Yeah.
The one thing, I haven't read it yet, and it's on my list to get to this year, but I want to read Master and Apprentice, which is the book with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, okay.
That might add to him for me.
Probably.
So we'll get to that. But, I mean, he's in Tales of the Jedi a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like the craziest amount, but he's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we do see a lot of his character and how he's influenced by Dooku.
Mm-hmm.
And then also his influence on Obi-Wan and everything. So I like what we see there.
Yeah.
Shows up as a Force ghost plenty of times. And then we just have Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
There's not much that we see of him, but he does have an impact in the little amount of time.
Of course, he definitely has an impact, of course. But
a top 5 impact, I don't think you could. I don't think it would be possible with how much there is of so many other characters. I don't think you could possibly.
Yeah, I couldn't say that. No.
Be within top 5.
Nah. I love the Qui-Gon love though. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, can we name 5 better right now?
Well, Darth Vader / Anakin. I guess you can include those as one since it's technically one person.
Yeah. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan for sure. I think Luke.
Luke.
I think Yoda, in my opinion, would be Yoda.
You put Yoda over Qui-Gon?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Yeah, actually, no, I do agree with that, yeah. And Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, you could put in there. I think you could put
Cassian.
Palpatine in there. Definitely Cassian. I love Cassian Andor.
Yeah.
Big Cassian Andor fan.
I could probably name off others, but
I mean,
I mean,
like, I think
that's 6
Rex,
right there.
Rex might be
Rex, is it? Oh my god, Rex over Qui-Gon.
possibly.
Mm.
And people would make that argument. I could see.
Okay.
You know, I think there's just so many characters in Star Wars too. It's like, you know, to say he's like consensus like top 5, like that's tough.
Yeah. Okay, we're not going to harp on this one too long because we talked about it so much in another podcast.
Okay.
But this one is, The Last Jedi did not ruin Luke. If anything, it enhanced his character and is one of the best portrayals of a fallen hero I've ever seen. And his last stand at the end, amazing. I don't know if I'd say one of the best portrayals of a fallen hero,
I definitely wouldn't say that.
but I do agree with the fact that it did not ruin his character. I do think it added to his character.
I'm indifferent about it because I just think if they would have, like we talked about it, if they would have just shown how he got there, before
Yeah.
showing us he was there, then maybe I would have been more open-minded to it. But just the guy that you see at the end of episode 6 versus episode 8, it's like, I don't know. I feel like watching that movie, I'm like,
yeah, we want the context.
yeah, like I don't even like recognize this guy. Like this guy, like was about to turn to the dark side and kill his father, but then he realized like, oh, like let me snap out of it and throw my lightsaber away. No, I'm a Jedi, like my father before me. Like that's the guy that you remember, and then you see him in episode 8, and it's like completely different person.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think, yeah, I feel a little differently about it, but that's just because you didn't fill the gap there, so that's why I feel more. I'm leaning more disagree. That's because of that reason.
I think I know you well enough that I know for a fact if they ever do decide to do like some sort of series in between that shows everything and shows the build up to this, I think you would love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I would too. Yeah.
But I understand why you don't currently.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't fully agree with the take, but I agree with it. Okay. This person says, I think people do not understand Grey Jedi and often misuse that term on any Force-sensitive being that fights both Jedi and Sith. I'm just going to be completely honest with you, brother. The idea of Grey Jedi is just stupid as fuck.
Well, there's no such thing as Grey Jedi technically in canon.
Yeah.
It's just unaligned Force users. Like, that's what they're called, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Ahsoka. So, it's...
Yeah, the idea of a Grey Jedi is just not...
It just... And
it's
that's
not
the
a good
thing.
idea.
It doesn't work.
No.
With how it just does... It wouldn't work at all.
Yeah.
So... I think it's just a matter of, like... People definitely, like, would misinterpret it, what it means. But it's just such a, like, a weird... It being in the middle, I guess that just doesn't... Like, I think the closest thing in the middle between light and dark would probably be, like... what's his name? From Rebels. Where Kanan was talking to him. I forget his name.
Bendu?
The Bendu. I think he's probably the closest to, like, being in the middle.
Yeah. Because he's just, like... the Force,
literally. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, it's like you can't, like, you just can't have like a Grey Jedi. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and I don't think this person is advocating for like Grey Jedi existing. They're just saying people don't understand Grey Jedi because they just kind of lump anyone into someone that wouldn't be considered a Jedi or Sith. They just say, oh, they're a Grey Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Grey Jedi just isn't a thing.
It's not, and it should never be a thing.
Yeah.
Too complicated.
Okay, I just had to screenshot this just because it just expands on what I was saying earlier. This person says the sequel trilogy and Acolyte are actually pretty good. It's like I'm telling you, like 90% of hot takes are just people saying that
are actually pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Next actual one here. I'm gonna read this verbatim.
Okay.
General Grievous could beat Darth Vader if he learned the dark side of the Force. Not General Grievous, General Grievous.
I feel like that was autocorrect or something.
Yeah, it could have been.
For sure.
So but General Grievous could beat Darth Vader if he learned the dark side of the Force.
That's still funny, though, General Grievous. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree with you, brother.
It just doesn't, like...
This is the Justin Herbert take, dude. It's an if. It's... General Grievous could beat Darth Vader if. That's the thing here. We're saying if.
If. And even if he had the Force, I still don't think he beats him. I still think Darth Vader beats him, but it's just such like a weird hypothetical. It's just no.
I mean, if we really think about it, I could suck my own dick if it was longer, but it's not. We can work in ifs all we want, bro.
Justin Herbert.
It's not a thing.
You need to put that picture of Justin Herbert up with the if, and he's like in the superhero outfit. You need to put that in
there. Okay, and then you can see this. I literally just screenshotted 3 comments.
Oh, nice.
This is 3 straight hot takes. I'm not even going to mention any of them. We're not even going to talk about them. Acolyte was actually good. The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie outside the original trilogy. The sequels are not as bad as everyone says. That's 3 all in a row. All the hot takes are the same thing, man.
Great hot takes.
Okay. This one.
Oh, jeez.
This is egregious.
Okay, this... Ugh.
A New Hope is boring and is horrible to start off the series.
Dude, I can't even... No. Do I even entertain this one? I don't know if
I don't know. I had to bring it up because it's so egregious.
That's absurd. I don't think I've... Dude, that's absurd. Like, no.
And I'm not high on A New Hope compared to the other movies.
Yeah.
I still really like it. I think it's phenomenal.
Oh, I think, dude, that was literally it's literally a good start to the whole universe. Like, because it was so successful, then you could go into 5 and 6, and then George Lucas go into 1, 2, and 3. I just don't.
I do think people that say you have to like it more or rate it higher because it's the start and the other things wouldn't exist if it.
Yeah.
But I hate that argument.
Yeah, I don't like that argument either. But this one's just no.
It's boring and horrible to start off the series.
Boring and horrible to start the series. Like, that's unbelievable. Considering that this is where we're at right now in Star Wars.
Oh my god.
Because of A New Hope and
horrible to start off the series. What the fuck does that mean? Do you like Star Wars?
That's a crazy take.
Oh god.
That might have been one of the craziest takes I think I've heard.
Okay. Next one up. Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie. I don't even hate this. I really don't.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I do think I'm not one of those people that says Star Wars needs to have the Force or Jedi or Sith included. I'm not one of those people. But I feel like if we're saying the best Star Wars movie, it probably has to include something like that, really.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Vader's in it. And you have Chirrut.
Yeah.
But it's not surrounding... It's not about the Jedi and about the Force.
Exactly.
Or about light versus dark.
Exactly.
Shout out to the people going up the street.
Yeah, they're going crazy right now today. But I don't hate it. I don't agree with it because I don't think it's the best Star Wars movie. But do I think it's a valid hot take? I do, because I mean one of my favorite things of Star Wars is Andor, and that has nothing to do with the Force.
Yeah.
So I do think it's valid because I do really like Rogue One too. Like, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, I'd say it's valid as well. I don't hate the take.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know if this qualifies, but a Star Wars style what if would be cool. So a what if series of Star Wars. Would I like to see it? I'd like to see it because I feel like everyone has this feeling when they go into watching Revenge of the Sith. Mm-hmm. Everyone always hopes it ends differently.
Well, of course. Please do not cut off Mace Windu's hand.
Exactly. So like a what if series in that sense is like you just want to like really think about what would happen in certain situations.
Like, what if Anakin didn't do this?
Yeah. But at the same time, it's not necessary, and we would just be adding on to like content that really isn't necessary because it's not adding to the canon timeline.
Yeah, because I don't want to see any multiverse crap.
Yeah.
I already don't like it with Marvel that much because it just causes way too much stuff, and it ruins... I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say it would go into that, but like the what if stuff does kind of tie into the multiverse stuff with Marvel. It kind of just eliminates some stakes in things.
Yeah.
Where you can just kind of go back and, it kind of takes some of the stakes out. So, like, obviously it would be cool to see, like, what would have happened if Anakin didn't cut off Mace Windu's hand? Like, what actually would have happened? Because Palpatine was right. He had control of the whole Senate. So, like, what would have really happened if Mace Windu didn't kill him, or
Yeah.
or he did kill him, but Anakin didn't stop him. Like, what would be the implications of those events, and so on and so forth. Like, would be cool to see, yeah, but I don't think it's needed.
I think it would do more harm to the Star Wars community than it would do good.
It probably would do more harm.
I think
would.
conversations would start getting insane.
Yeah, I would agree.
And also, like how you mentioned about the Marvel What If, like that is technically in the canon story.
That's true too.
Because it's actually things that happen. It's just a different
It's
reality.
it's different multiverses and sprinkled out. Like,
so
I don't
technically, it does actually happen, just
Please.
in a different.
keep it out, dude.
Yeah.
Keep that away from Star Wars.
100%.
Please. I don't need multiverses in Star Wars.
Okay, next one up. We need more content from the Imperial side of things. So more Empire content. Technically,
I mean, you got Andor. That was a
yeah,
lot
you get a lot in
a
Andor.
lot of stuff.
It's the thing is with Andor, it's not necessarily Empire. It is ISB. So it's like a section
That's true.
of the Empire, but
That's true.
we never saw the ISB. So
That
like
too.
it did add on to the Empire side of
Exactly.
things.
Yeah. And it was dude, it was so good.
I think it's just one. This guy's probably just wanting like a full-on series that is actually just like the main characters are the Empire, and it's just about maybe inner workings or something like that. Whereas Andor, obviously you see both sides, but the main characters are the rebellion.
Yeah. I
don't know. I think we get it with Andor.
I think you get enough of the Empire, and I think we will continue to get enough of the Empire. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Andor just did so much.
Yeah,
Like,
I think we have enough of it, but I don't think it would be bad to have more.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
But we do have plenty.
Yeah.
But we have a lot more from the Rebels' point of view than we do.
True. That's true.
Yeah. This one is hilarious, Mark.
Oh, gosh.
This one is just comedy. Captain Rex is really just another clone with more screen time.
I saw that. Yeah. That's unreal. Yo, why is he getting grilled in the comments for
I
that?
mean, I have no idea. I don't know if there's any replies to it, but
like, it's just
the thing is he lying?
I mean, does he get the most out of everybody? Like, screen time? Yes, he does. I mean, obviously, but like that also like is obviously has a bunch of character development as well. Like, I don't think he's just another clone.
Yeah, but hold on. Let me think about this for a minute. Cuz if you really think about it, Fives probably has more character development and more impact within his screen time compared to Rex. Technically, I would say so. I think what you really get out of Rex is just the fact that he is the guy. Like, he is Anakin's right-hand man and then turns into Ahsoka's right-hand man. And it's like, I don't know if he... I think you get most of his meaningful character development happens at two places, I would say. The Umbara arc,
obviously,
and in the finale, like in the last four episodes.
Those were the two that I was thinking, yeah.
So those are like his two biggest spots.
And I feel like those really help.
You see him more in Rebels too.
Yeah, but those two moments help him like really separate from everybody else, and him really being like a leader of the clones and all of that stuff. I don't know. Thinking about it now, I don't know.
It's actually interesting to think about.
Yeah,
I think so.
because I only watched Clone Wars once through, so I'm trying to like think of like.
And I'm
all
not
the
gonna like. I'm
clones
not
and all
trying
of-
to knock down Rex.
Oh no,
but-
absolutely not.
But if you're really thinking about it, you're obviously going to be more connected to him because you see him more.
Yeah,
But in terms of actual raw character development and impact on the story, I don't think it's as much as some people might make it out to be.
that's interesting. Actually, that's really interesting to think about.
Because, like, you give any other clone his amount of screen time, they probably have at least equal impact.
True.
But the thing is, at the same time, if you're giving a character more screen time, no matter who it is, they're going to have more impact than someone that has less screen time, probably. So,
yeah,
whatever.
I guess that kind of does go with. Yeah, that goes with every character. Like,
Yeah.
you give them more screen time, they're gonna get more development, and you're gonna get more attached to that specific character
yeah.
because they're getting more screen time and more development.
So, do I agree with the hot take? I might actually, but in reality, is it really a hot take? I think that's just like a thing that happens. Captain Rex is really just another clone with more screen time. Yeah, he's a clone and he has the most screen time probably. And that makes him good though.
Because he has that time to develop into a character that you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that about anybody. Yeah.
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 I wouldn't say it's a hot take.
Yeah.
Because obviously what this person is trying to do is downplay Rex.
Yeah.
But when I read it, it's not downplaying him.
Yeah. I think it just more is like a statement.
Yeah.
Now that you brought it up, because you were like, oh, well, if you give anybody the screen time, they're going to be going like, oh, that's true, actually.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm reading that more like a statement, kind of.
All right, let's move on. That was stupid.
We just spent all that time. Guys.
All right, next hot
Oh,
take.
jeez.
Jar Jar is one of the most entertaining characters in The Phantom Menace. I don't think this is a hot take because that's literally what his purpose was.
Was to be entertaining.
Yeah, his purpose was to be like the comedic relief of the movie.
But people hate him.
People do hate him.
Do I think there's
mainly
parts-
because the humor of him is
Yeah.
pretty stupid.
Yeah. But I do get some laughs
Yeah.
out of Jar Jar. He's a goofy character.
I don't know. I don't really like that one. I don't like a lot of these hot takes. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. Okay, here's one that we can actually talk about.
Okay.
The Clone Wars is the best piece of Star Wars media. I think we've had this type of discussion before.
We might have. We probably have.
I'd venture to say I agree with it.
Best piece of Star Wars media? That's what it said? Right.
Yeah. Maybe I don't agree with it. I
That's
agree
so
with it
tough.
if I reword it.
That's so tough.
It's definitely... If you don't consider A New Hope, because it's the first thing, obviously everything stems from it.
Yeah.
Clone Wars is definitely the most impactful series because it has influenced so many other things.
This is true. Because
And-
it expands on the prequels so
Yeah.
much. There's so much content, like 7 seasons, and it's just there's so many stories.
And it seems like every new thing that comes out is pulling something from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Granted, is that partially because of Dave Filoni, and
Well, I
obviously
think
he's going to reach into things that come from Clone Wars.
He's gonna
but-
reach into his bag of toys. And
Yeah.
see who he wants next.
But I don't. It helps that it's an anthology, so it covers so many different things
Yeah.
and expands across so many different things. I'm gonna agree with it. I'm gonna agree with it because I'm gonna go with the hot take as in I'm adding in the impact of it.
Okay. I don't know. That's so tough because it's like best piece of Star Wars media. Like there's a lot of stuff that I like.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff. Um, I don't know if I'll necessarily fully agree with it. I definitely don't hate it though. Like I think it's a good take because I definitely think it's a valid take as well.
Yeah.
But like something about Andor, man.
I knew that's exactly what you, and that's what I was thinking when I hesitated as well.
Yeah, like that's just so good. Like that, like obviously I think Revenge of the Sith is phenomenal. All 4 through 6 I think was like that's just such a good trilogy too.
Yeah.
And you get some crazy peaks there. It's tough to say because there's so many good moments and so many high peaks within Star Wars, and they're sprinkled throughout. Like there's peaks everywhere within the different shows and stuff. So that's tough, but I don't hate the take. I definitely don't like disagree with it at all.
Good Lord, again with the insane stomach noises this episode.
Oh, I thought it was another.
Oh no,
that was another
no!
great,
I'm just referencing my stomach
Okay.
sounding like Mufasa. Luckily, the mic didn't pick it up last episode, so it shouldn't pick it up this episode. But just know my stomach's going crazy.
There we go.
Okay, next one. This one's hilarious too.
Okay.
Darth Vader has no aura in any of the
yeah.
films or series.
I saw that, and because I was like, dude.
Darth Vader has no aura, Mark. Zero aura.
Like low key, when you think about it, no. Like I definitely don't agree.
He just is. Like he's literally at this point he's used to just aura farm.
Rogue One, aura farm, at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Kenobi, he had a bunch of aura farming moments there. He was aura farming in Rebels when he was on his ship and he was flying down. He was just standing on his ship.
The aura farms in Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, in Jedi Survivor, even low-key aura farms. Like obviously I think in the original trilogy, like when he first walks through the door, like that's, you see him right there and like
almost
whoa.
Anything that he appears in, he's aura farming.
Yeah, like that's
Empire Strikes Back when on Bespin when he's just up on the top of the stairs.
Like, yes, dude. And then he turns on his lightsaber. Like,
yeah, like he's just aura farming at all times. Yes. So can't agree with that. You're gonna love this one, Mark.
Oh, here we go.
Rebels is better than Andor.
This one breaks my heart because I love Rebels, man, but I can't agree with that.
Yeah,
I love Rebels. That breaks my heart, but Andor is just so good. Like that's some of my favorite Star Wars content ever. But I love the Rebels love.
Yeah, and I think like I don't know, Andor. God damn, man. Everyone's going up this damn street. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
They're going crazy out
Sorry,
there.
people are maniacs around here. Okay, so what I was going to say was Andor is a much more mature story.
Mm-hmm. That too.
And I don't want to like downplay the story of Rebels, but Andor is such a mature story, and in turn, I think makes it better. And just I don't know, man. Andor is like the peak of everything at this point.
Yeah, and things like I love Rebels, but there's more seasons, so there's gonna be more things that are like, like I don't really prefer this story within it, or I think maybe this one's probably filler. Maybe you could have went without this.
Yeah, it can miss in more places.
Exactly, like it definitely misses a lot more. Andor, I mean, I don't think there's any filler in Andor.
No,
like I think
not a chance.
Episode 1, like literally every single episode, there's something that's like just so good. So I think the length of it, Rebels, like hurts it, but I do think there's some crazy peaks in it that I would love, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I unfortunately can't agree with that.
Okay, well, that does it for the hot takes. There was some more, like I said, that I just didn't even want to entertain, or ones that were just there was so much overlap. Hopefully next time we end up doing that, we get some more interesting ones.
Yeah.
that aren't just always about the sequels and the Acolyte.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay, so we are going to continue with the hot takes, though, because along with everyone's hot takes, I wanted to bring along one from each of us. So a personal Star Wars hot take from me and Mark.
Yep.
Would you like me to go first?
If you want to, you can go first. I'll give you the floor.
I'm ready, so I guess I will go first. I didn't know exactly how I wanted to word it,
Okay.
so hopefully this works.
Mm-hmm.
This is hilarious because of what we were just talking about. In terms of all-time best Star Wars characters, Crosshair is higher up than Rex. I would consider Crosshair to be the highest clone in terms of all-time Star Wars characters.
I don't hate it.
I think it's a perfectly
do not
sound
hate it.
argument.
I definitely think it is. I won't. Well, because the thing is, I would put somebody else over those too, personally. But do I think that Crosshair?
Who would you put fives over him?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like fives. I'm a big fives guy.
Yeah.
But like, do I think that there's an argument for Crosshair to be better than Rex? I do. Because of Bad Batch.
I think like Crosshair is just he has the most interesting story out of any clone.
Yeah.
Like and that's not close. I don't even think that's a discussion at all.
No, his story is so good. It's so good.
And he's just the most complex character out of any clone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Because he struggles with that. Like, because he's so, like in season 1, he's so, because he has the inhibitor chip, so he's just like he's not leaving the Empire. Like, he's gonna do what they tell him to do, and then by the end of it, like he's like, especially in that last season, man, that his development in that season.
Yeah, and
like it cooked.
And even in season 1, you get the reveal that he got his inhibitor chip taken out.
Yeah.
So he was then for like the second half of the season, he's doing all of this by choice.
Yeah.
Which is just like he's fucking evil.
Yes.
And he's so evil and doing these horrible things, and still by the end of it, you're empathetic towards him.
Yes.
Like,
and I think having one of the key, in my opinion, like his key like moment that he has in his development is with Cody as well.
Yeah.
Because Cody's questioning everything, but he still has his inhibitor chip in, while Crosshair obviously didn't at that point. But I think that was a big turning point for Crosshair as well, because he was already kind of like, I think by that point, wasn't he already kind of questioning some of the...
Yeah, Cody was kind of like the real
kind of
first part of it, and then it led into the Outpost episode.
Yeah,
that's
so like
where everything turned.
That was one of the biggest points, I think, and that helps Crosshair so much in his development.
I told Mark about this the other day, not on the podcast, and there's some things that I talked to you about that I'm like, I need to hold out for the podcast because it's so good, and I don't want to like repeat it, but I just have to. The moment in Bad Batch season 2 with Cody and Crosshair after their mission, they are standing by the big wall with all the clones on it, clone names on it, and they're both talking about basically what happened. And Cody says something like, do you ever think about like what our role is and everything? And Crosshair is like, well, we're soldiers, we follow orders. And he I think he says something like, we do what needs to be done.
Something.
He doesn't even say that we follow orders. And then Cody brings up the difference between clones and battle droids.
Yes.
And he says clones they make their decisions. They're not told Like they still have the autonomy to make their own decisions, and you have to live with them too.
Yeah, that's another.
Because you're
thing.
not a droid.
Living with them, yeah.
That's
another kicker.
But Cody says this, that we make our own decisions, but he doesn't know about the inhibitor chip.
Yes.
So he doesn't know that he actually doesn't make his own decisions.
Exactly. He doesn't have a choice in the
But
matter.
Crosshair knows about it, and Crosshair doesn't have his inhibitor chip, so he is actually making his own decisions.
Yes.
But he knows that Cody isn't making his own decisions. Oh my god, it's such an insane moment that it just like goes under the radar. It's such a low key moment that is like that's got to be like a top 5 Bad Batch moment.
That's a top moment of all time in Star Wars.
Like it is so. Oh my god!
That's such
just
a great...
how layered that moment is.
Yeah.
And that moment like boosts Cody up the ranks for me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely. I think Bad Batch helped Cody so much, but yeah, like that whole thing, like that really helped me with Crosshair a lot. Really getting into his character because I already liked him anyway. Yeah. Because I did think he was a really cool character. But like that moment of them two talking, like it just completely starts turning Crosshair into the other direction, and it obviously just ends up with him, you know, being with the Bad Batch by the end of it. But yeah, that moment is very layered.
And then you have like in the finale where the entire time, like you can tell throughout season 3 that like Crosshair is struggling with himself and how he feels about what he's done.
Yeah.
And you get the moment in the finale where it's him, Wrecker, and Hunter about to go into Mount Tantus, and they like know they probably don't have a good chance of making it out.
Yeah.
And Crosshair literally says, just I'll do it. It's what I deserve. Dude. Like we can't.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for the Rex fans. It's not a comparison. It's not even fucking close. How much better of a character Crosshair is than Rex. And that's not a shot at Rex. Rex isn't in a position where he can have this type of development that Crosshair has.
Exactly, yeah.
So Crosshair benefits from the story so much more.
That too, yeah. But I mean, I think it's a conversation. Like, I definitely could see, like, obviously with how you're, you know, with what you're
so passionate about
with what you're laying out right now. Like, I don't disagree. Like, I do not disagree with it at all.
Okay, well, I'll probably get flamed for that take because I know there's so many Rex fans and so many Clone Wars fans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be so real with you. If you're a Clone Wars fan, I don't know how you're not a Bad Batch fan. Because there's a lot of those.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
a lot of people that aren't fans of Bad Batch that love Clone Wars.
It doesn't make any sense to me. At all. But, what are you going to do? But, alright. So, my hot take, it's not going to be as good as yours was. I think yours was actually pretty good. But I do definitely think it could spark up some conversation. But in my opinion, I think Episode 6 is the best of the original trilogy.
The thing is, I agree with you.
See, that's I knew you would like it because I know you agree, but I know a lot of people wouldn't agree.
Yeah.
Because they either would have 4 or 5 above it. Like, I've seen a lot of people have 6 at the worst. But there are aspects where I can see why people would put it last. But dude, there's so many like highs. Like at the end of the movie, it's all highs.
Yeah.
The end of the movie is straight peaks. Like that is Star Wars in my mind. The whole scene between Palpatine, Vader, and Luke, and everything that happens within the Death Star. And then Vader obviously turning back to the light, throwing Palpatine down the chute, and then they're leaving. And that moment that Luke has with Anakin at the end, dude, like it's just straight peak. Like it's cinema.
Luke and Vader, when Vader takes his mask off, is
Yeah.
the best scene in Star Wars.
Dude, it's
that is the
so-
best scene in Star Wars history.
It is so good. It's so good.
So obviously, a movie that has the best scene in Star Wars history is gonna shoot up the list
Yeah.
of what the best Star Wars movie is.
this is true, but honestly, even like people don't like the beginning of it with the whole elaborate plan
Mm-hmm.
of kind of infiltrating Jabba's palace and everything. Like I don't hate it as much as other people do.
Yeah,
Like I think it's entertaining to watch.
yeah, I like it.
Like obviously you get some really cool Luke moments in there. You can kind of see how Jabba has his demise, and this whole ship blows up and everything out there in the Sarlacc. And then obviously Luke going back to Yoda and seeing him eventually pass away.
And he dies to avoid a conversation.
Yeah. Dude, that was so funny. That's such a good.
That's a great moment.
That's such a great moment. But then the conversation that he has with Obi-Wan after Yoda passes away. I'm trying to think what happens after that.
I love the Ewoks, and that's one of the biggest.
Things that people dislike as well. I don't hate the Ewoks at all, and honestly, like I think the Ewoks are kind of cool because of the lore that they have within the universe, and like, dude, at the end of it, like when they're all like celebrating and they have like the stormtrooper heads and they're like, like playing the drums on it, like, dude, like they probably killed those dudes and just like ate them alive.
Yeah,
or not ate them alive, but like ate them, and like, dude, like. I don't even want to know what happened to those stormtroopers. Like they probably had the worst experience of all time facing off against the Ewoks.
And people criticize that like the Ewoks beating the Empire somehow makes the Empire look weaker, which we see a lot. We see so many things in Star Wars of like the Empire being strong, but we also know that the Empire's not smart. They're not. For the most part, they're not smart, and they get cocky.
Exactly. Like they're strong, but they definitely do get ahead of themselves, and they do make poor decisions.
And it is quite literally from George Lucas. That is just Vietnam.
Yeah. Like
that's literally what happened.
That's literally what
Obviously,
happened. Because you're on their home, you're on
their turf, bro.
You're on their turf. They know it better than you do, way better than you do.
They know it better than you. They're doing booby traps.
That's the thing they do, booby traps. Like Luke, Han, Chewbacca, like they got caught in a booby trap.
Yeah.
Like, so what's so ridiculous about the Empire? Like,
and why would the Empire ever expect these little fucking bears to?
They'd underestimate them.
Yeah. So
and look what happens.
I don't know. It makes perfect sense to me. I think people are just pissed because it's little fucking teddy bears doing it.
Yeah, but like I don't have a problem with that at all. Because like at the end of the day, you are on their home turf. They have all these traps, and like the Empire, you never like really fought. You never fought anything like that.
Yeah,
and they already make poor decisions as is, at points. So it's like I don't think it's completely ridiculous.
And then like people say that like it makes their armor look weak because they're like getting rocks thrown at them and they're still getting hit. Dude, we know that the Empire cheaps out on the armor. The armor's not even good.
Like you see it. Like
they can't see out of the fucking helmets. The armor's shit.
There's multiple things that you see, like in Bad Patch, like you can see the Empire, like they're going to the Empire, and it's just constant downgrades because you're moving away from the clones. Downgrade. The armor is getting worse, so you're downgrading the armor as well. Like you see it within Star Wars, them downgrading, and then that's like them like they're just throwing people out.
There's like the moment in Rebels where Rex has to disguise as a stormtrooper, and he's like, he makes the joke about how he can't see anything.
I forgot about that.
And then he takes it off.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Like that's like because they're so cheap and they're just throwing people out there in the armor. Like they don't care.
I can understand the takes when it first came out. Yeah. But now with everything expanded in the expanded lore, I think it's completely fine.
Yeah, like I definitely don't think, in my opinion, I think it's the best because it has the highest peaks, and I don't think the lows are as low as people say are. If anything, I don't think they really are lows.
Yeah.
But that's just how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that'll do it for the hot takes in this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let us know in the comments if you did. And maybe we'll do this again soon. I don't want to do it too soon,
Yeah.
but I think this will always be a pretty good episode to do every once in a while, because
Yeah.
I feel like people always have hot takes when it comes to Star Wars, but
Oh yeah.
it depends on the crowd that the videos get to, and
That's true.
see if there's any overlap in them constantly.
It's gonna be a lot, regardless. I feel like you're always gonna get those people that are like, "Oh, the sequels aren't that bad."
Yeah.
You're always gonna get those people.
Okay, so on to the next part of the podcast here. I said that I wanted to talk to Mark about this Bad Batch novel, Sanctuary. Now, I went into this, I knew that it happened during season 2, because Tech is alive.
Mm-hmm.
So, this novel takes place pretty much directly after the Pabu episode toward the end of the season, where Pabu gets hit by the tsunami. So, basically, the way the novel starts out is they are trying to get money to help rebuild Pabu.
Okay.
So, their initial plan, the book starts off, they are at an auction on Hosnian Prime. It's like a very rich people auction.
Yeah.
And they are trying to get a mortar, an ancient mortar. They're trying to win it in auction, and then they're taking it to a contact that Fee has, who is going to sell it to someone for an exuberant amount of money. And that's how they're going to make the money. So they don't have any money to get to win the item in the auction, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now this auction is a bunch of like criminals, pretty much. It's criminals, but like rich people that are like low-key criminals.
Okay.
Like they're doing criminal stuff, but they're rich.
Yeah.
So they're at this auction, and their plan is they have a code that was written by Fee's droid that would basically siphon credits out of all of the other people at the auction. It would siphon credits out of their accounts slowly for them to be able to bid. And it would siphon out just enough that they could outbid everyone.
Okay, interesting.
And that's how they would do it. And the other people wouldn't notice.
Okay.
Eventually they're in this auction, and it doesn't go to plan. You know, it's the Bad Batch. Nothing ever goes to plan.
Of course.
And Tech had been saying the whole time that he was like, I wanted to write the code.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the code that was written fucked up.
Of course.
Everyone sees that all these credits are being siphoned from their accounts. so then it just turns in they steal the mortar.
Yeah.
So they steal the mortar, and they have to go take it to this contact. Now, what Fee doesn't tell them is before they go to take the mortar to this contact, they have to stop and get someone else.
Mm-hmm.
They stop and get these two people and take them to another place to drop them off, and they would give them more money.
Okay.
So, but Fee didn't tell anyone. So Hunter's like pissed about it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more money for them. So they pick these people up. Now these people, their names are Sohi and Kuto. Now, what they didn't know at the time when they picked them up, Sohi and Kuto had just robbed a casino
Oh, nice.
for a ridiculous amount of credits. So they robbed this casino, and you know they get on the Marauder, and they're going to whatever planet they need to. They want to go to Felucia. And so before they go to Felucia, they go to stop at the planet where their contact is to take the mortar to.
Mm-hmm.
And the casino that those people had robbed, the ISB is investigating it. And this guy comes in. He's an ISB agent. His name is Sindril Crane. And he's like a top guy. Not
Okay.
like top in the ranks, but he knows the laws by, like, he knows everything by the book. He's so smart, everything. And what he found out was the casino puts like a little code on each credit. And if they are used anywhere in the galaxy, they could see where it was used. So all of the stolen credits can't be used because they will know exactly where they are.
Yeah.
But obviously the Bad Batch doesn't know that.
Okay.
So when they get to the planet that they need to go to, they use credits in the spaceport. So
They
the
know,
ISB
yeah.
knows. So the ISB's on their way.
Yeah.
And the contact that they're trying to get to, which they obviously get to this planet, his name is Ven Allman. And we get a little, before they get to the planet, we get a little moment where the person that is buying the mortar, her name is Celia Moten. And she is extremely wealthy. Like, probably one of the wealthiest people in the Star Wars galaxy.
Okay.
Because she owns all these different companies that develop, like, ship parts and like all these different companies. She owns all of them, and she has an unbelievable amount of money.
Okay.
And what we don't know is she is actually extremely evil. Extremely evil.
Of course.
So, what we find out is she takes Ven, Fee's contact, kills him.
Figures.
They go out. She has on her estate, she has this one row of trees that she's planting. They're all new baby trees. What she does is she pays people to go find these items, these ancient items that she keeps on her estate. She has an insane amount of valuable ancient items, artifacts. She will pay someone to go get it. They bring it to her, and then she kills them and plants a tree over their grave. So she has like this whole orchard of trees
That's insane.
on one side of her estate.
Wow.
And so the Bad Batch is going into this. Ven is dead, so Fee's contact is gone. So what they do is Fee, Tech, and Omega go into the estate to talk to Celia herself. Because Ven's not there, so... Because they were just going to give it to Ven, and then he was going to give it to Celia, and then they were going to leave. So they get wrapped up in that. Wrecker and Hunter are doing Overwatch over it.
Yeah.
Over the estate to make sure nothing goes wrong. Well, obviously they go into the estate, and things go south. And they gotta, like, shoot their way out, pretty much. And Hunter and Wrecker, they lost comms. They blocked the comms. But they also heard on a different comms channel that the ISB was there. And Hunter's already fishy on, like, who the fuck these people are that they left with their ship. The people that stole from the casino.
Yeah.
They're still on the ship.
Oh, wow.
So they're like, oh my god, why is the ISB here? How do they know we're here? But then he's like, well, we've got two fucking strangers still at the ship. What if they just steal the ship and then we're stuck here? So Hunter goes running back to the ship. And on his way back, he is face to face with this ISB agent, Crane.
Okay.
And eventually, Crane sees his face, and he knows exactly who he is. He says, "Oh, you're CT-9901, Hunter," and then he names off like the rest of the Bad Batch. He doesn't know who Omega is though, obviously.
Yeah.
But he knows the rest of the Bad Batch. He knows everything.
Yeah.
And they get in like a fist fight. He's like this ISB agent, like he's actually dirty as fuck.
Like he's like that?
Yes, he's like that. So they basically block him off from getting back to the Marauder. And he's in this brawl, and then he runs away and he's kind of cornered. and he's trying to get back to the Marauder, and the Kuto guy that is with the girl on the Marauder.
Yeah.
They're a couple.
Okay.
He comes walking out of the Marauder with this big ass gun and just starts lighting everyone up, and Hunter's able to get back to the Marauder. So then Sohee is piloting the Marauder,
Okay.
and she's dirty as fuck.
Okay.
Out of nowhere. He has no idea who she is, and she's dirty as fuck. So then they end up escaping. They end up getting the rest of the Bad Batch. They escape. And then Crane ends up getting close with Celia Moten because they have to investigate. But this Crane guy, he doesn't even care about what's going on with the Bad Batch. He's trying to get Sohee, the woman that stole from the casino, because secretly Sohee is his child.
Oh, okay.
So his whole thing is he just wants to get Sohee.
Okay.
Now, we then learn a little bit of backstory that he trained Sohee.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's
nasty,
yeah, that's why she's nasty as fuck.
Okay.
But he's not actually a biological father.
Oh, okay.
But we also learn that he didn't treat her well, because he's he let her do shit by herself to make her stronger, but it almost gets her killed, and he's like, well, obviously now you almost got killed, that'll teach you to not make mistakes, and it's just horrible. So she obviously hates him. But so then they're on the Marauder going away, and they're still trying to take them to Felucia, and throughout all this, Hunter knows that they're just lying to him, lying to them.
Yeah.
So then she starts telling the truth about everything, and she used to be an intelligence officer for the Separatists during the Clone Wars. And what she would do was she would intercept battle plans and basically get clone troopers killed. So then they obviously, the Bad Batch is and Hunter specifically hates this.
Yeah.
So he's like, next place we're at, we're dropping you off and you're done. We're not helping you anymore. Eventually, Kuto, the guy that she's with, he wears a mask. He takes his mask off. He's a clone.
No way.
He's a clone.
So that would explain why he's nasty with the
Yes.
Okay.
So he's a clone. But then Hunter's pissed off because he's pregnant, by the way, with the clone's child. Hunter's pissed off because the clone is with the CIS intelligence officer that basically was getting clones killed. Come to find out, the clone's his name's Ponder.
That's a tough name, by the way.
Yes. He has a mechanical leg. His
His
leg got blown off.
Oh, that's even sweeter then.
Come to find out, he got his leg blown off in a battle where she was the one that fed the information.
Yep.
And somehow they're still together and have a kid on the way.
That's insane.
So Hunter is pissed. Hunter's pissed.
Valid.
So then eventually, obviously they're saying oh, we're dropping you off wherever we go next. Well, Sohee can't accept that. So they drop a fucking stink bomb off in the Marauder and knock everyone out. And they go pilot the damn ship.
Oh, gosh.
And then they eventually wake up. Obviously, Hunter's pissed off.
Yeah.
Everyone else seems to be okay with it. Hunter's pissed. And the entire story is people invalidating Hunter's feelings. And I'm sitting there how are you not also agreeing with him?
You're all clones as well.
Yeah. So
that's insane.
While they drug them, and Sohee and Ponder are manning the ship, she starts to give birth. So they have to emergency land somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And she types in some coordinates for the ship to go to, and then she passes out.
Yeah.
And the Bad Batch wakes up, and they're like obviously pissed off. But then Ponder's just like, "Come on, please, we'll deal with this later. Let's just go." She wanted to go see this specific doctor on this specific planet. Let's go. So they go to the planet Trith.
Mm-hmm.
And they go to see this doctor. Come to find out, the doctor is actually her brother. Not biological, but another student of Crane.
Okay.
And because of, like, her being pregnant from a clone, a lot of, like, issues are happening during her pregnancy, and Omega is actually, like, helps the doctor because she knows so much about clone biology, and it just works out.
Yeah.
So she ends up giving birth, all that. The whole time, Celia is like still trying to figure out, like, find the Bad Batch, and she wants Phee. She wants to kill Phee.
Mm-hmm.
So this entire time, she's like talking with Crane and everything, and she reveals to Crane she's trying to like get a leg up on Crane the whole time to show that she's the one in control.
Mm-hmm.
Crane eventually finds out about her murder spree and everything.
Yeah.
And she like recruits him, and he's like not really with it, but he has to go along with it or he's gonna get killed.
Yeah.
So she brings up how she's actually friends with Sheev. She name drops Sheev. Does not say his last name. She says Sheev. And the whole time Crane's like,
yeah.
She's this in with the Emperor? Like, there's no way. And she brings up that she's like, "Oh, well, Sheev is actually buying a whole bunch of stuff for my companies. Is he working on a big weapon?" And Crane doesn't know anything about it, obviously.
Nobody.
So he's contacting back to command to like report on this, and he's just reporting to this guy about like, do you know anything about this weapon that the Emperor's working on? And he's like, "No, I'll look into it." And it comes back the next day. Crane doesn't see the guy he was talking to. He sees Admiral Yularen. Because this is like, now it's getting serious.
Now it's getting, yeah.
And he's like, we need to know more about these companies, like which specific companies Celia is talking about.
Yeah.
And Crane has no idea about any of this. He like, Yularen's not cluing him in on anything. So basically it comes into orders from the top of like, we need to take care of Celia because she seems to know too much. Eventually, the doctor on Trith, obviously I said the sister of, or the brother of Sohi.
Yeah.
He contacts Crane.
Of course.
Now, they both hate Crane. But if he thinks that if Crane ever found out that Sohi was there with him on that planet, then Crane would come and kill him.
Yeah.
So he reports it to Crane.
Yeah.
So then they're on their way to Trith, and whole time, so Yularen calls again, and he's like, "You're going to Trith. This is where you gotta go and take care of this. Leave behind Celia. You don't need to worry about that anymore." But then he adds in, is Celia at her estate?
Oh.
And Crane's like, "Yes." And then Yularen asks him to call him again, like, as they're leaving. So they're packing up their things, and Celia comes in, and she's like, "I'm going with you." So what Celia does is she has this big mega yacht that she goes and takes, and she brings Crane onto her ship. and all the other ISB officers on the ISB ship.
Okay.
So she just brings Crane. And Crane has to go along with it because he doesn't want to get killed. So they leave the planet, and as they're leaving, another power move by Celia. As they're about to go to hyperspace, he's looking out like a viewport on the yacht, looking over at the ship, the ISB ship. It fucking blows up.
Oh my god.
She fucking blew up the entire other ISB
Wow.
ship. Like, bro, she's like low-key top 5 villain in Star Wars. Like, it's actually sick.
This is insane.
So, so she blows up that ship, and
Wow.
And the only way Crane, because he's with Celia, could not tell Yularen that Celia was with them and wasn't back at her estate.
Yeah.
The only way that it could have been relayed was through one of the ISB officers. And they just got blown up. So Crane's like, oh my fucking god, there's no way. Because they're like, he's like, oh, they're going to blow up her estate. And she's not going to be there. And then they're going to find out that Crane tried to leave her there so they could fucking blow up the estate and kill her.
Yeah.
So they get to Trith. And this whole war goes on. Because Bad Batch has to get off of Trith. And within all this, so Wrecker and Ponder are like a team. They go together. Ponder ends up getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
In the story, like the way you read it, it's like he got killed.
Oh, jeez.
But then you get to like another chapter, and his mechanical leg got blown off. That's the only thing.
Okay.
And then you also find out that he's a sniper. He used to be a sniper, so then he
sweet.
gets a rifle. And he's like nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
But they eventually survive. Sohi is having trouble from the whole pregnancy and everything, and she's like super weak.
Mm-hmm.
So she's drugging herself. She's like fucking slamming needles into her to make sure she can move, and she's just like, she's fucking struggling. Like she's, you think she's dying the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Her, Hunter, and Omega, and her child, because she did give birth, are taking another route. And then Tech and Fee go onto Celia's yacht.
Oh, okay.
And they eventually get in there, and they take control of the yacht. And that's how they get back to the Marauder, because the ISB was like holding the Marauder hostage, because they knew they were going to try to get back to it.
Yeah.
And eventually, it turns into... Actually, I want to say this. Hunter, Sohi, and Omega and the baby get cornered by Crane and a couple of other ISB officers. Now, Crane has different motives than anyone else, because he's the only one that knows that's his child, and he's just trying to get her back.
Yeah.
So in this moment, he stuns Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So Hunter goes down. He's knocked out. Omega takes the baby and runs away. So it's just Crane, the ISB officers, and Sohi. Crane kills the ISB officers.
Oh, man.
So it's just them. And so then it turns into Crane is trying to get after the baby. So then he runs after, and Sohi's trying to get Hunter back up. Mm-hmm. And she fucking drugs him like the drugs that she's taking, she stabs him with it.
Yeah.
This isn't like super impactful to the story, but I just wanted to mention this. In the time that Hunter was knocked out, you get a little like scene of like what's going on in his head while he's knocked out. He's having like a dream, and he has a dream about Crosshair.
Oh, man.
It's kind of sick.
Oh,
So then he eventually gets up, and they have to go chase after Crane, because he's chasing after Omega. And they get into this 1v1, and So he is like fucking she's still been stabbing herself this whole time. She's fucking on her last leg, and she gets in a fist fight with Crane to like end it off.
Mm-hmm.
And Wrecker gets Ponder to where they're at, and Ponder fucking snipes Crane and kills him.
Oh man.
So then that's going on, and Tech and Fee are taking the yacht because they like knocked out Celia and everything. So they're just stealing the yacht to get the Marauder back. They get the Marauder back. They get out. What happens, I said at the very start that at the auction, they had the code to siphon the credits and everything. Now they're at this point, their whole mission to like get money for Pabu is gone.
Oh yeah, they're
So they got to figure something else
far
out.
past that. Yeah.
Well, while they were on the planet before the ISB got there, Tech worked on the code. He siphons Celia's credits.
Oh
The
man.
insane amount of credits that she has, siphons all of them. Insane. So then they get away, and eventually they take them to Pabu to live on Pabu. So that's that. And Celia then wakes up, and she's like obviously furious about all this. And she's trying to get back to her estate, but when Tech and Fee were like moving the yacht, they damaged it, so she couldn't go into hyperspace. And the Empire sends in reinforcements.
Okay.
So they come out of hyperspace with like a Star Destroyer. And the yacht's trying to go, and they request help. And the Star Destroyer like contacts them, and they figure out that it's Celia. And they're like, we'll send someone over to dock. And a ship comes out of the Star Destroyer to come dock on the yacht. And it docks, door opens. Who do you think it is?
I'm not sure. Who would it be?
Vader.
Oh, Mr. Aura
Vader got
himself.
sent
Mr. Aura himself.
because Celia involved herself in this shit about the Death Star. So this is a serious thing.
That makes sense.
So Vader docks on this ship, kills everyone.
Yep.
Kills everyone. Doesn't kill Celia. But what Celia doesn't know is Vader reveals that they just fucking bombed every factory and every business that she owns. Bombed her fucking estate, blown off the map. And Vader doesn't know this, and Celia doesn't know this, but Tech took all their fucking credits. She has nothing.
Literally nothing anymore, yeah.
And Vader just fucking leaves. But I thought that was so funny because we just talked about how anytime Vader appears, it's just him aura farming.
That's
it was
an aura
him
farm.
aura farming.
That's an aura farm for sure.
So
Wow.
So that's pretty much the whole story. There's obviously a lot more like minor details in there, but I think it's a sick ass story.
Wish we could have seen that in the show. That'd
Exactly. I think that would have been a sick ass
seeing-
arc to see.
Seeing something like that would have been really sick.
Yeah. I did want to mention just two little things because these are like, I don't know, these are just little details that I kind of liked. So Celia has like a right-hand man. His name's Parlin, and he's a Kifar. A Kifar is the same species as Quinlan Voss. He's not human.
Yeah.
He's humanoid. Kifar is humanoid, but I just thought that was kind of cool.
Okay. Interesting.
And then I thought this was interesting. On Trith, the planet that they're on at the end, it is a mercury refinery planet. Like the whole planet is like mercury. And it like rains mercury and shit.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that Star Wars has Mercury.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like metals and stuff and everything, like, aren't real world, but this was Mercury.
Yeah.
Like, I read that and I was just like, why wouldn't it just be like something else?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Why is it Mercury?
Interesting.
So I don't know if they would, if that like part of it would ever be canon. Like, I don't know if they would make Mercury canon.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I guess technically it is because something hasn't retconned it,
That's true.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so that's what happens in the Bad Batch book. Sorry for the spoilers. If anyone was interested in reading it, I would still recommend reading it. I think it, a lot. I can only explain so much.
That too, yeah.
So I think actually reading it, there's a lot of minor details in there that are pretty cool.
No, that sounds pretty sweet. Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like a lot of the story is pretty predictable, but at the same time, there were things that were happening, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm just like, what?
I just love that Vader had to show up in Aura Farm.
Dude, the second that they said that there was one ship coming over, I was like, oh my god, it's fucking Vader, isn't it?
He's gonna murk everybody.
Cause then, like, Yularen, when he was saying, like, oh, is Celia at her estate? I was like, oh my god, they're gonna fucking blow it up, dude.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill her.
Yep.
Oh, also another thing that I wanted to mention.
Well, I thought you were gonna say that they pulled over the Death Star, like it was
no.
operational, and they pulled over and just blew up the whole planet.
The whole planet's gone.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Something I wanted to mention was, you know how I said, she has like on one side of her estate has like a whole bunch of new trees planted because she marks everyone that she kills, she plants a tree on their grave.
Yeah.
What Crane eventually finds out is that it's not just one side of her estate. There's a separate one on every side. So she has killed so many fucking people.
Jeez.
Literally, that was her entire thing, was she would pay someone to go out and get an artifact, and when they come back, they give it to her, and she just kills them.
Jeez. That's how you get rich, I guess.
Apparently. I mean, I just thought it was sick as fuck that they actually introduced 2 original characters.
Yeah.
And both of them I thought were like really fucking good villains.
They're where they are, yeah.
So
within the story, yeah, no, they're sweet. That's a good story though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I want to get into I talked about it earlier. I want to read Master and Apprentice.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to get to. I want to get to Brotherhood, the one with Anakin and Obi-Wan. Between episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, I heard of that.
So I want to get into that. I've thought about some other ones that I want to get into, but I think I want to pace myself.
Yeah.
And like choose certain ones, and I think I might go with the Brotherhood one next.
That one
I think
would
that's
be
what
sweet.
I'll go to.
That one would be sweet.
Because I also kind of want to read Ahsoka, because I know a lot of people really like that book.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a bunch of it has been retconned. So it's not as much on my priority list, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were going to do some this or that, but this episode has been going a while, so we're just going to end it here. In the next episode, we're gonna be playing some games again. It's gonna be another game podcast. It's been a few episodes. We're gonna come back to it, do some games. We have some new ones coming in. We'll do some this or that. We'll do some overrated, underrated, and we'll just mix it up. And we're gonna have some fun. And then moving on after that, I think we're getting pretty close to Maul Shadow Lord starting.
We are.
I believe it starts in April.
Getting very close, yeah.
We're getting close to that, and we'll be able to start talking about that soon. But next podcast, another game episode. Shout out to everyone that left hot takes as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. And we will catch you guys in the next one.